Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel for another video. First off, I know I've been MIA, but I have an explanation. I did a chit chat, kind of get ready with me, but really I'm just applying my wig for my work week. But I wanted to talk about everything that's been happening with me and why I've been so missing in action, basically. So if you are interested in seeing this video, and it is kind of chatty, kind of long, this is not your type of video, you might want to leave now. But if you would like to know what's been happening with me, then continue watching. There is a lot that has happened in the last, what, 3-4 weeks. I haven't been on YouTube because first thing, the biggest thing is I quit my job. And I don't know how many of you guys know me personally, but I am a nurse, and I've worked in the same hospital rather for 6 years. And I just one day quit my job. Not that it was on a whim or anything, but it had been like a long time coming type of thing. And it was almost like grieving a spot that I was calling home because I was so comfortable at this place. And now I am doing travel nursing, so I'm not unemployed. I'm just taking a break from the traditional staff nurse. But if I do have anybody that's A, aspiring to be a nurse, or B, has questions about like travel nursing and how you get started, I would be so open to doing like a Q&A session for anybody if you want to send me any comments or like DM me on Instagram or something, and I can make a follow-up video. But I wanted to come today to just kind of talk about basically where I've been. So the very first thing I'm doing is I took some 91% alcohol and I just wiped off my hairline. And then I'm taking some Bold Skin Protect, and I'm just kind of patting it along the hairline because I plan on putting this wig on and letting it sit on for the couple days that I go to work. Before I get to actually like doing the wig installation and all that, I wanted to say that I have really missed you guys and posting videos, and I've been doing my best to make time to post videos. And now that things are starting to settle down a little bit for me, I do plan on coming back with my regular old hair and makeup videos. I have a goal in mind to purchase a house, so that was my main reason for leaving the job that I was at. And now I'm just out here trying to live my best life, you know. So for today's wig, I'm going to be using my Ossilee hair. This is about a year old. You can tell it looks a little scraggly, but it still works. She still goes on pretty cute. I'm going to first tint my lace again. As you can see, it's a little red because I did wash this wig and I straightened it. So while my edges and stuff are kind of drying down, I'm going to take this lace tint by Even New York. This is the medium dark brown. I'm just going to spray that in there. Oh, smoky. Speaking of smoky, I'm in Reno, Nevada. And if you don't know where that is, because I kind of had no clue, Reno is about 7 hours away from Las Vegas. That's the biggest known place. Or it's about an hour from South California or the Tahoe region, and about like 4 hours from Sacramento. So I'm really in a pretty cool spot so far. I've been really liking this area. I do come from Texas, so the climate, the scenery is like completely different, but so far it's been very nice and very pretty. I'm gonna start with my Got To Be gel. I'm gonna do my best to make sure I get rid of all oil on my fingertips. So I'm gonna take some more 91% alcohol on a towel and just kind of wipe off my fingers. This kind of helps to give me the maximum hold without giving me that white crusty look. I feel like towards the end of the week I'm gonna have to touch up my wig for sure, but like to start off, this is always a good place. So hold on, let me grab a mirror real quick. All right, so I'm gonna be looking here because my mirror I sat here. But I'm just gonna start by applying a layer of gel, kind of thin, all around my edges. And this is gel, so it does not matter if I get it on my actual hair, because it will wipe off with water. I'm just gonna start off with a layer, and I'm going to blow dry this down. And I'm gonna take another layer of gel and do the same thing. I personally like thin layers of gel because it helps with the buildup on your lace, and it's like easier removal for me. I'm all about like quick removal. So I'm going to apply this around the hairline and blow dry it. So once I've gotten the second layer dried or semi-dried down, I'm going to throw the wig on. I did spray a little Got2b, the actual spray on top of the gel, just to help with the hold. But now I'm going to take the wig and start applying my lace in the middle and go towards the sides. So while my lace is drying down, I'm gonna go ahead and style the wig. I think I'm going for a middle part because I just cannot get over middle parts. I don't know why, but I think I'm doing a middle part with just like some bumped ends and just try to keep it simple-ish. So I'm gonna comb out some space and flat iron it or hot comb it down and see what we think. So back to my little chit chat. So I told you I quit, went to Reno. Now I'm doing travel nursing. I am on officially a 13-week contract that I'll be working at this facility. And then after that, I don't know what I'm gonna do. There's no plan yet. But let's talk about the decision to actually leave, because this subject feels a little sensitive still, and I don't really know why, but I feel like it's because I was at a place, like I said, for so long that it was like home, and the way it all kind of came to a head or ended wasn't the greatest, but I feel like it's important to kind of share so that way if you do have a similar experience, like, you will know that it's not foreign or unique to just you, and like you can do it. Like, point blank period, you can do whatever you set your mind to. So as I was making the decision to leave, it wasn't just one thing or one particular moment that I can think of that made me think, oh, I'm ready to stop working here and like start traveling. One of the main things that I've always had in mind was I want to be a homeowner, and I had a goal to do that by 30, but I've already exceeded that. I am now 30 and I don't have a home. So I was basically working myself a lot at my other job, and I wasn't really getting very far. So I just started looking at travel opportunities. I'm just gonna keep it 100. Like, I had this opportunity that I was never going to, I feel like, get again, because of the current like climate. I was able to secure a very well compensated job. Let me just say that. And it was unlike any other thing that I think I would have ever made in my career working as a staff nurse. So that was one of the first things. So I approached my manager, my ex-manager at the time, and I kind of let her in on what I was thinking, and how I was in limbo and all that. And initially my goal was to stay there and like take either a leave of absence or go what we call PRN, or as needed, where I will be required to work like once a month. And my plan was to be able to fly back and forth from wherever I was going to be working back home to work my scheduled shifts, right? So as I was talking to my manager, it kind of dragged out for a while, at least like a week. It dragged out, and I was back and forth about what I wanted to do. She was kind of back and forth about what she could or wanted to do as well. And in the end, basically, she told me that my options were I stay or I leave. So I chose to leave. And right before my like last shift at the job, basically told me that because I decided to resign, she wanted to make it effective like immediately. So that was my last shift. I really didn't get to say bye to any of my people, which was another thing that I felt like was holding me at that place. But now that I am a few weeks into my new job, not saying that I replaced anybody or anything, but like I'm starting to feel like a whole lot better, and I've been in contact with some of the people that I used to work with, and I've gotten to kind of bridge that gap, so to speak. So although I think that it didn't end the greatest, I never really left the company in bad standing. It was just, I think there was a difference of opinion between me and my manager, like at the very end of my tenure there. So yeah, decided to leave. I literally applied for a job one day, got the job within like a few hours, and had to leave by the end of the week. So it was very hectic. Me and my traveling buddy decided to drive, and that was a bad idea. Let me just say that was a bad idea. I won't do that again. 10 out of 10 do not recommend driving. It was 25 hours, the trip, but in total it took us about 30 hours, 27, 30, because we had to A, stop, B, continue to get gas, we had to eat, we had to pee, all those things. So it was an experience, okay? I did get to drive through Texas, and I drove through New Mexico and like Arizona, and like a lot of the places that I traveled through were absolutely beautiful. I would love to stop there one day and like actually do an assignment there, but it was a beautiful scene. I just don't recommend that drive because I cannot be in a car that long. Let me just tell you, it surely ain't for me. I learned. We got here, we immediately started working. Basically, you go through orientation, and it's kind of like chop shop. You get your paperwork, you get your badge, you get everything, and you get going. You basically get going. You have one orientation shift, and that's pretty much it. So if you do have any more questions, or anybody has any questions about what it's like to be a travel nurse, like definitely hit me up. I would love to like kind of vlog my experience while I do this, since this is a new journey, and just kind of let you guys know what it's like. Also, I just turned 30. I kind of like mentioned that earlier. Just turned 30. I was actually working a night shift, so I have not really gotten to celebrate. I did actually drive up to Tahoe, Lake Tahoe, with a couple of friends from work, and we went on a hike. We went to a beach. We went out to the strip. We ate, and like just kind of had a girls' day. It was really fun. It was really nice. I cannot wait to do it again. Because of the weather conditions right now in Cali and Nevada, it was kind of limited in what we could do, and there was a lot of stuff that was closed because like it's really smoky here, and I don't know, air quality is probably not the best for me to be out and about, but your girl had to do something. Other than like picking up and going, I feel like the hardest part, because like this has been a lot for me, the hardest part of this whole thing, well, one of the hardest parts is my family. As you know, or maybe don't know, and I had to leave my husband behind because we have an apartment there, and we have a dog, and my dog stayed home with my husband, and then I have a sister that just had a baby, and she's the first one to have a baby out of all of us. So I've missed a lot of major life events, and it's been very challenging because I feel like I'm pretty close to my family, so I wasn't able to be there for her, and it really sucks. But I think at the end of the day, we all, myself, my sister, my husband, like my mom and all that, all included, have the understanding that like really I'm doing this because I won't A, get this opportunity again, and like B, like it was just kind of perfect timing. Everything just kind of lined up really perfectly, although it was very hasty. And I'm working towards a goal that I've always had, and I'm like, why not? Like, why not? I finally decided to kind of like be my own boss. Literally, I'm a market, and I am out here presenting myself to certain companies, and I'm taking what I can offer to different facilities, and I'm being paid for it. And I mean, I really think it's a great opportunity. It's one that like not everybody gets, so I'm super like just humbled and grateful that I do get to experience something like this. So, as you know, now I missed my birthday. I missed the birth of my niece. I'm also like the first one out of the clan to be this far away from home for this amount of time. So yeah, and I'm on a completely different time zone, like, or the time change has been a little trippy. It's 2 hours behind my normal time, so my body is trying to get acclimated to working in a whole new spot in different hours, which has also been challenging. I've had to just be okay with missing out on a lot of stuff. So how y'all been? I've done a lot of talking about myself. I would like to be able to communicate with you guys and see what's been going on and how y'all have been tolerating the pandemic and things that are changing. Are your kids going back to school? Are you homeschooling? Online learning? What's happening? What's happening with your job? So I'm going to take the edge wrap off really quick so I can try to work on my hairline. It's kind of what we're looking like. We got a little bit of ashy, but that's always okay with me because I can clean it up. I'm going to go in and try to style a few baby hairs. All right, so let me fix the part. So all in all, 2020 has been a whirlwind of a year, right? And I feel like a lot of people probably have experienced so many different like emotions and sides of themselves that they like really didn't even know existed. But I really feel like it's growing us so much. And although it's not always sunshine and rainbows, I'm aware. Like, I think that a lot of good is going to come out of this. Very strange to say, but a lot of good is going to come out of this. Because I think that right now, more than ever, you're relying on yourself. And you are finding strength in yourself that, like, you did not realize you had. People are becoming so creative. Everybody's starting their own business. Myself included. I became my own business, essentially. Just exploring new things, learning new ways to live life. And like, I just think it's overall like an amazing thing. And I want you to also not be discouraged, because I'm telling you, anything you set your mind to, you can actually achieve that. You can. It's all about the mindset, and it's all about what you are willing to endure and experience and sacrifice, basically. So I want to encourage you, honestly, if you have ever thought about doing something for yourself, go for it. Like, go for it. Let me be the person that tells you to take that risk, because it's worth it. Like, it's so worth it. This might not seem like much to anybody, but like, me leaving my job was such a big blessing in disguise in more ways than I could have ever imagined. Because I just felt like, okay, I know I'm supposed to work, and I'm just supposed to work for the rest of my life towards this goal, but now I've been put in the position, or I've set myself up in the position to where there's light. Like, I can see light, and it's like a whole revelation. Like, y'all, I'm telling you, that push that I got from my manager was what I needed to get me out of my comfort zone, and for me to just go for it, go for everything. I'm very grateful for that. So yeah, let me say it again for people in the back. Invest in yourself. It's the greatest one you'll make. Take a chance, because you're worth it, and achieve those goals. Like, just get out there and do your thing. Like, do your thing. Seriously. So definitely another one of my goals this year is to be consistent on my channel. Now that like traveling is probably going to be a long-term option for me, I'm going to learn how to balance, I am going to learn how to balance work and like YouTube. Because although this is not really a job to me, it's more of a hobby. I do want to be consistent enough to like continue to gain subscribers and be able to interact with you guys and still be able to do what I love. Because like, although I do love nursing, hair and makeup is also a love of mine. So I want to be able to do all the things, and I feel like I can. So with that being said, tell me what kind of stuff y'all want to see. I feel like more of my engagement comes from my hair videos. But I really, really like makeup, and I really want to get to, of course, 1,000 before the year is over, and just continue to kind of grow and see where I go from there. All I'm doing is redefining my parts, making sure that it looks scalpy. Alright, now I'm just going to kind of push all my hair back out of the way. Take some gel. You can use mousse or whatever, hairspray, whatever you like to use basically for your baby hair. Ooh, that's white, huh? So I'm using my Babyliss Pro Prima 3000 flat iron, and then I'm gonna go in and bump the edges once it all warms up. I'm gonna take my Ruby Kisses level 14, I think, face creator, and I'm gonna take the same old wig brush. This is my Style Master brush. I'm just gonna go over the lace right in the front to give it like a nice little seal and melt. And then when I wear my hair scarf tonight, it's gonna disappear like lace wear. No, I don't know. This she old, so she be trying to like show out sometimes, but let's hope that I look kind of cute this week, because I don't know what we gonna give, but we giving something, okay? We giving cheap hair realness, and it's cute. So yeah, if you like the style, the wig, I'm gonna link it down below, but don't hold me to the quality. I have had it for a year. I wear it off and on. I've colored it, as you can see. It took the color well. Yeah, it was like $99. I'm not playing. So any questions, leave them down below. I hope you guys enjoyed this chit chat, just to kind of fill you in on what's been going on with your girl. And if you have any questions, please be sure to leave them down below in the comment section. Also, I know I haven't been here, but don't forget to subscribe for more content, because I am coming back. I just gotta have the time. So yeah, hope you enjoyed. I will talk to you guys in the next video. Bye.